their Delta vehicle, so their vehicle that's going to come online in 2026 is really going to be the driver of cash flow, making them cash flow positive. And it's taken them 20 years to get here, which is notable, but also it's driven by the scale of manufacturing. So it's essentially the same vehicle as going to be coming online in the version prior, but it's going to take them to a weekly launch cadence. And so, going from a single test vehicle to mass production is not trivial, and we're gonna have to see how they manage through that.
Hey Chad, it's Brian Chung here. I mean, the big story for Virgin on the cash side of things is just kind of the expectation for them to be pricing their first flights at about $450,000 a pop, with about a third of that down. In terms of pricing, I mean, again, it's kind of difficult in an industry that's so new, but is that high? Is that low? Is that going to help them plug that cash hole once they do start launching those flights?
Well, they're selling seats now, but it's not really translating to a whole lot of revenue. As we saw, there was only $100,000 in revenue in this last quarter. So I don't know that that's a major driver here, although it's interesting to see that people are willing to pay. They priced it at $250,000 initially. Blue Origin then, is a competitor here with a different type of vehicle doing a similar type of service. And they went out, instead of putting out a price, they did an auction, and they did a lot of customer discovery. You have to think that some of that has leaked out, and that Virgin has gotten a sense of how that went and where they're planning on ultimately pricing their product, and that this is somewhere in the same ballpark. So they've doubled their price almost to $450,000, and people are signing up and willing to pay. And now they need to get launched. So I mean, there's a lot of talk about space tourism. That's really a small piece of what's going on in the overall space economy, and there's a lot of very interesting opportunities for investors. These suborbital hops are a bit of a limited market in our view. There are people who are going to want to go on these 8 to 11 minute joyrides and go up and experience weightlessness.